Vinod, thank you for joining us today, and thanks for being such a supporter of BrainMind. I'm interested in hearing a little bit about what brings you to such an interest in brain science.
First, there's a lot going on in brain science, and the rate of learning is exploding. Always makes for really interesting talks. Eddie Chang's talk on vocalizing speech was very, very interesting, for example. So it's really interesting area where the science is evolving very rapidly. The tools to study the science. Nick Mellish's talk on electrodes in the brain was very interesting. It's an explosive area, and there's a lot to learn. So more than anything, I love what's possible to learn here. But of course, that also leads to business opportunities because you can't have impact on humanity till you actually turn this into large, scalable, high-impact businesses. So everything's just about right.
Well, I know that's something you're particularly famous for as an investor, to encouraging entrepreneurs to think about not just creating a business that's made to sell, but a business that's going to transform a whole industry. How have you encouraged some of the entrepreneurs you've met through BrainMind to think big?
Well, I think this combination of what is considered traditional study of the brain with new measurement techniques is allowing for a level of progress and studying complexity, because it's a hugely complex system. And I don't mean just complex, it's a complex systems problem. That combination is just coming to the fore, and a lot more is now possible because of that. Whether it's discovering drugs or tracking or diagnosing Alzheimer's, there are new kinds of biomarkers that are very, very interesting. Almost certainly really poor approaches like SSRIs to depression will be obsolete in 10 years.
That's cool. So you're
and
seeing...
that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's really fun to see the potential here to really make a difference in many areas where we've only had blunt force instruments so far.
Yeah. If you think about the 2 or 3 people in your network who should be here, what would you tell them to encourage them to come to the next BrainMind?
I think areas make a lot of progress when they have people from very different disciplines coming together. I was just chatting with Danny Hillis. He's not or would not be considered a brain-mind scientist, but working across areas is not only very fun, it's way more productive in terms of progress in the science. And anybody who has curiosity about it, whether they have deep knowledge or not within the brain-mind area, would be really well served by coming and finding other people who are triggering new ideas.
That's great.